Now, Shanghai Port FC is a team in the Chinese Super League who have a sugar daddy at the forefront of the club. If you take a look at finances here, you can see they are classed as rich. They are predicted to finish in third place in the Chinese Super League. And if you remember correctly, this man, Oscar, who played for Chelsea at some point, ruined his career by going to China and taking all of the money. And now he's only on 49k a week, according to this. But today I'm going to show you 8 other teams that you can use in your Football Manager saves that have that sugar daddy at the forefront, meaning that hopefully they'll be giving you some money to enjoy your time at their club, spend some money, buy some players, and maybe increase the reputation of their club, because these are all small teams. I'm not giving you the Shakhtar Donetsk, the PSGs, the Man Cities, for example, or even the Newcastles. These are the teams that really could do with a little bit of money, and they need your guidance to take them to continental competition finals. Starting off with the most obscure team on the list, you can find them in Malaysia, which is a playable league in the database, Johor Darul Ta'zim FC. I've never heard of them because I don't really know much about Malaysian football, but here we go. Here is the club info that we have here. 40,000 capacity stadium, built in 2020. I guarantee you won't be able to fill it at the start. We can see they got quite a cool little badge, to be honest, and yeah, I think the secure finances, they have that rich owner at the forefront. If we take a look at the club culture, sign high reputation players is a very important requirement, as well as play some entertaining football, which is favoured. Now, they do have some incredible players. They are predicted first in the media prediction for the league, but that's not going to be your task. Your main task is to win the Asian Champions League. Which, if we take a look down this list of former winners of the AFC Champions League, the Asian Champions League, I don't think a team from Malaysia has ever won it by the looks of it. There's a few Israeli teams, Saudi Arabia, a lot of Korean Chinese, for instance, and a lot of Japanese, but I don't think this team has ever won it. So that would be your main requirement, and you can see there's some club cultures that you have to abide by, maintain, becoming the most reputable club in Malaysia as one of them. Transfer wise, you're given 500k at the start, no wage budget, but if you take a look at the squad, you have some unbelievable players, and they're not all Malaysian. In fact, not a lot of them are Malaysian at all. They are your worst players, if anything, but it does look like you have the best Malaysian player in the league. That's the best Malaysian player. Honestly, it's that bad. So I kind of build a nation here, because you got players like Bergson, who is a phenomenal player for this level, who can carry your team. Maurizio as well. Aging Brazilians, maybe that's something that you can look at bringing in and continuously bring in. This guy looks fantastic. 32 years of age, Cabrera, Argentinian. He looks insane. So these are the type of players that you're going to have to try and keep hold of to build your reputation and play in the Asian Champions League and try and take Malaysia as a better, try and make them a bit more of a reputable league, as well as nation, as well as keeping up winning the league every single time. Moving over to Poland. Now, this is the only league that you're going to have to try and find a custom database for, but if you go to the Steam Workshop and type in Poland, you can download one straight away, which I have done. These are in the 4th division in Group F. So they're from Krakow. That's all I know. I will not be able to pronounce that name there. But this is the team that you're looking at. And they do have a rich owner at the forefront as their owner. So hopefully, although it only says secure finances, it probably means that you're probably the best in the league. They don't have a media prediction either, so we're going to have to go to competitions and look at this league and basically see a season preview. Is he going to give us a season preview? It is 4th place. So really, you should be able to go up, and there's a lot of like second teams in here. That's who you're going to be battling against. And this team here, this is really a builder nation. You're going to have to build this from the ground up. They are in the 4th division of Poland, which we know is not the most reputable league in Europe either. They do have, their captain is their key player, and he doesn't look that bad at all. He looks incredible, but he's 36. He's joined them from Lechia Gdansk at the end of his career. It's kind of like a swan song for him, I guess, and it's going to be up to you to be able to push this team forward. You have high reputation players as an importance, but only favoured, and sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. That is preferred. Your transfer budget is 1.26 million. That is extremely high. If you look at your squad, you don't have players that are even over 100k, like 190 as their maximum there. And if you take a look at the ability, a lot of these players are Polish. In fact, you've only got a couple of players here, Slovakian and a Ghanaian. This guy is considered to be your best player, 33 years of age. You've got a lot of aging players as well who are coming towards the end of their careers and dropping down the leagues, probably for a little bit of money. 1.1k, I dare say, is probably going to be one of the most highest paid wages in the league that you are in. So this is going to be your opportunity to take them up into the leagues before your owners get a little bit sick of spending a lot of money and not getting anything in return. Now we move over to Portugal. I featured this team last year, to be fair, because they have that sugar daddy at the forefront. Made a prediction of 11th, and you can find them in the second division of Portugal alongside teams like Benfica B, for instance, and Porto B. Now, season preview, if you take a look, I made a prediction of 11th. We do have club culture strive to make progress on and off the pitch. That's obviously why they're giving you a lot of money. Secure finances, or okay finances. We're absolutely fine that. I like the kits, especially that away kit. That is a stunning away kit. Gotta be happy with that. Now, the key player is this man, Figueiredo, who looks great, to be honest. And he's 28. Like, how is he that cheap? So I'm guessing you need to keep hold of him for a fair few years, because he's in his prime and he's dropped down to this division for you on a free transfer at the end of last season. So that's great. He's played across Europe and even for Braga. So transfer-wise, you have 171k in the budget. Portugal do not have a lot of money in the league. I do find that I've struggled when I've done like rebuilds in Portugal to get the money in. Even if you have a sugar daddy, you're probably not going to get a lot of transfer budget and wage budget available. So it's still going to be a challenge. But can you create another winner of La Liga NOS? Because we know the La Liga NOS has not had a lot of winners in the past. In fact, there's only been 5 or 6 on record. There was a few cancelled out during the war, but still, this is the next club on your list. Very similar to the previous one, however, this is a league below. We have Lourosa in the Portuguese 3rd Division North. So, very similar to what we said. Okay, finances again, but they have great youth facility, or good for training and youth facilities for the standard league that they're in. That's insane, really. We have this guy, João Patrão, as their main player. Centre midfield, 31 years of age, so he looks great. You've got to be happy with that. So, I mean, made a prediction 3rd place, so you should, with a couple of extra players, be able to get yourself promoted. And transfer-wise, you are given £25,000 with a decent enough wage budget, because if you take a look at some of your players, I mean, Felipe Andrade is classed as their best player as a striker. He's going to be scoring you a lot of goals in this league, because 15 finishing, determination, 15 off the ball, great work, great. He is going to be an incredible player for this level. Is he a new signing? He is. I'm not surprised by that at all. And he played, by the looks of it, in the league above. No, that's the league below. I'm not even sure. I don't really know. Somebody let me know. The only club culture that you have to worry about is developing players through the club's youth system, which is only favoured, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But again, another club in Portugal that you could rejuvenate, build up into a mega powerhouse with the money that you're going to be given. Not a bad stadium, 8,000 capacity, so you probably be able to keep that for a few years before getting a bigger stadium, maybe in your name. The final one in Portugal is Alverka. Now, this is Mida predicted to finish 1st, so they probably have the best in their league, but it's the 1st Division South. It's the opposite to the team that we've just seen. You won't cross paths unless you both get promoted. So, like I mentioned, they are predicted to finish 1st. They both have good training facilities, youth facilities as well. Okay, finances. Their key player is this man. He's 27 years of age from Mozambique. I mean, that's got to be a double nation, right? Yeah, he's Portuguese as well. I did think that. Transfer-wise, you're given 25k, around about the same as what we had in the last one. And again, you can see the best players in your league or in your club are 4-star. You even have a couple of 5-star potential, but I guess that's a loan need that you might be able to get back. I don't know. Try it. See how you do with these lower Portuguese teams, because I think you get a very interesting save. Maybe less so of a challenge is Almeria in Spain. They're in the 2nd Division of Spain, 15,000 seater capacity, secure finances, great training facilities. That's fantastic. And the club culture is strive again to make progress on and off the pitch. With their money, you should be able to do it. You tend to see this team get promoted in that first season because they are media predicted to finish 1st place. They have some stunning kits as well if you get them loaded. Their key player is this man, Daniel Carrico, who's a very good centre-back. In fact, he's an incredible centre-back. Portuguese, 32 years of age. You take a look at their squad as well. They have some really good players, him being the best. Lucas Robertoni is one of the best that you're going to find that maybe can carry you through to the next league and beyond. I think they've just signed him as well. Last season they signed for £3 million from Velez. You might recognise him from FM a couple of years ago. They got some good loan deals as well. This man Pozo on loan from Sevilla, who will probably be really good for your league as well. But transfer-wise, you've got a decent transfer budget for the standard of football that you're at, 1.57 million. You are over the wage budget right now. Maybe a little bit of negotiating with a few players, and you can find yourself some wonder kids to take forward into the top division of Spain. Now, the final two clubs that we have, both are in the Swiss league, and we're starting off with this team, Lausanne Sport. Starting off, we can see insecure finances. Well, they have that sugar daddy owner, so I'm guessing that might be wiped and you won't have to worry about it too much, but they do have great training facilities and great youth facilities. Now, these are sugar daddies that are at the forefront. There is an option where the sugar daddies are at the background, and there's even more Swiss teams in the lower leagues throughout them. So maybe a Swiss builder nation is going to be quite a fun save to do. There seems to be a lot of rich people in Switzerland who own football clubs. I wonder why. The club culture, there's a few that you really have to pay attention to at this club. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team is desired, as well as develop players using the youth system, which is also desired. But this team does have a good youth rating as well, so make sure you focus on that. I tend to see a few good Swiss players come through, so if you've got this league loaded, this might be a club that gets yourself a really good amount of young players come through. Play attacking football is preferred. High tempo press is favoured, as well as play entertaining football. So if you start playing gegenpress, and they're going to absolutely love you. They've won the top division, which is where you'll find this club 7 times in the past, but the last time that they did win it was a very long time ago, all the way back in 1964-65, and even down there we can see in the 30s they seem to be really good. So this team has a lot of history, but I dare say it's not in recent history whatsoever. You have 198 in the transfer budget, which is not a lot at all, but you do have some valuable players in your team worth a couple of million each. Lamin Kone, 32 years of age now, the centre-back, which is arguably your best player. Picked up from Strasbourg, which is my French team. I thought I recognised him. And the final club on this list has a fantastic stadium, by the way. It's FC Zurich. Now, they got relegated a couple of seasons ago, but they're back in the top Swiss league now, and they are media predicted to finish in 5th place. The developed players using the club's youth system is desired. Play attacking football is preferred. High tempo press again, and do not sign players over the age of 32 is favoured. That one should be a given. You shouldn't really be doing that anyway, in my opinion, unless you absolutely have to, because you're going to lose money. Like I mentioned, they have a great stadium, 26,000 seater stadium there. Finances are okay, and again, training facilities and youth facilities are both great. Keep improving that. You've got the money to do so. There's a forefront sugar daddy owner. They've won the league 12 times. It's one of the highest in the league. It is not the highest because, of course, you got teams like Basel and Young Boys who have been dominating recently, who have won it slightly more. Now, the most appealing part of FC Zurich is having players like this at your disposal. Antonio Marcassano, 30 years of age, an Italian, very good attacking midfielder. I think you can see that just from his technicals alone. He is going to be bossing your league. Has some great physicals too, and mentals, a lot of 13s and 14 for vision there, is obviously making him a very appealing player for this league that you can see. He's been there for a while and dominated, getting 13 goals last season. He's not the only one either. You have a few 4-star players, including this guy at your disposal who can play out on the wings. And you even have, how I missed this guy. You have a couple of wonder kids, in fact. Bisir Omaragic is really good if you can keep your hands on him. As a 19-year-old Swiss defender, he's fantastic. He has great potential. But also, you have the speed demon himself. One of my favourite wonder kids last year, Wilfried Nonto, 17 years of age. He's still lightning quick. He has been nerfed slightly. He only has 160 potential range, but he is still a fantastic player. You can probably still make a lot of money out of him or use him and be insane. And I really do think that this Club Zurich, is one of the favourite ones on this list. 5th media prediction, you have 61k in the transfer budget, so you don't have a lot, but after a couple of seasons, pick up a little bit of money. Maybe get yourself into a group stage or two of the Champions League or Europa League, and I think you'll be supported quite nicely. This is definitely a team who will back you if you get them some success. So that's our list. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash a like button if you can. That'd be fantastic. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And twitch.tv/Megaloot Gaming for your Monday, Wednesday, Friday 9 AM slots in the morning. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.